I have what is known as seller's remorse. I sell the gear, but then I regret selling it. And then I buy new gear, but then I get buyer's remorse. And it's a never-ending cycle. I just feel remorse all the time, mostly for being alive. The planet is not my favorite choice in the universe, if you know I'm catching my drift. I'm debating Fuji for wildlife as a downgrade from Nikon, while I take the Nikon out for a test spin.
All I want is the perfect camera. All I want is the perfect camera.
So we're on the DJI Pocket 3, and we are debating, since I sold the Fuji XF 35mm 1.4 and the 16mm, I have no Fuji lens, but I still have the camera, and a lot of whirlwind decisions are about to be made. If I can find the deal of the century for the 500mm Tony 5.6, I do believe it will be worse than this, but how often do I come out here? If I'm being, is it $10,000 often? Because that's what this system's looking at. So I'm like debating, would I rather have Fuji or Nikon in my life? If it's for just 100% wildlife, I think they weigh roughly similar. You're not saving much weight. They both have that damn left-handed dial. Good luck touching that today with the gloves. Fun times. But Fuji, more versatile perhaps, with its better color science. So filming myself on a Fuji, although I have no lenses now, I'd have to reacquire on that one, but we could have some potential here for a Fuji, Canon, Sony trifecta. There's not one bird. Not one bird is alive in this city. I spent $10,000. There's no raccoons. There's not one thing alive. That's a pain in the bitch. I seem to have more fun going out in nature and setting up a scene and just talking to the camera than I do actually filming things. Wildlife is rather annoying, if I'm being honest with you. Think, oh, there's something, oh, it's gone. Good. And then, like, you walk so long and nothing actually happens. So, like, the amount of money I spent on wildlife gear compared to how often I come out here to use it is stupid high. So, like, I should be downgrading to, like, an Olympus 70 to 300 or 75 to 300, that little tiny thing. That's what I deserve, really. But, like, come on now. Like, this is so overkill. It's stupid times we're dealing with. But it's not like that Fuji is cheap. It's, like, super expensive, that Prime. And I need a Prime. I can't just, like, go backwards in time. Did I get snow in my boot? Oh, that's gonna be so cold and wet. I'll be honest with you. Once I got the Canon EF 50mm 1.2, I realized I needed nothing more. I was complete. I was like, wow, that's better. Okay, Fuji, you're debunked. Nikon, don't need you. Sony, okay, we'll keep you for the wide-angle vlogging stuff, but, I mean, come on now. So, like, we're done in the studio, but it is fun to switch to a Fuji, and I do want a wildlife system. I feel like Fuji would be the sweet spot of you still have a Prime, your beautiful image, Fuji magic, and somewhat cheap. You're not cheap at all, though. I'd get the Olympus 300mm Tony 4, but I can't bring myself to actually buy an OM system. I can't give them money. There's no chance that's happening. They're not going to release anything ever. That vintage thing that's coming, another recycled product. OM System doesn't make cameras. Olympus did, and they made some, but like that development cycle is over. Never again will we get something new and fun and leading the industry, let alone even trailing it. So it's like, I don't know about that. But Fuji's a good little sweet spot. But if I'm being honest with you, Nikon has been annoying me lately. Not only do we have 0 firmware so far for this Z6 III, I hate the menu so much. If you dive in just wanting to change some autofocus settings, you'd be like, okay, there's a video section. It's like, okay, should be in there. No, it's not in there. You go down, there's a focus section. You go through that, okay, it's definitely here. It's not there at all. You have to go down to the video section of that separate thing. So there's two different video settings, and I never remember where anything is. Nothing is intuitive. Using the cameras for years, I remember hearing Nikon ergonomics. That's why they lead the industry in that, at least. Best grips, best button placement, like they know photography. They know nothing. They don't know menu systems. They don't know button placement. You got left-handed dials. You got all kinds of things that ISO button press and a hold, and can't do auto ISO or manual ISO in aperture priority. And then I'll get photographers, yes you can. Try it in video mode, you dork. It doesn't work. Is that why there's no animals here? With them shouting, anger, rage. Oh boy, tiptoe from now on. So like, I debate every day now, just like sell this off. Why do you have it? You have a Canon C70, it's better. This has never won a comparison versus the C70. It doesn't do slow motion street videography better than Sony. I don't know, man. I already sold the Fuji stuff thinking I made my choice there, but now it's like, this was the one I should have sold. So like, I could totally see a world where XS2HS is not a camera. I sell that for the XS20. Make $1,000 basically. Sell all this. Get the Fuji Prime. So like, I have my wildlife Fuji setup for less money. And then I get a couple lenses again to film my face in Fuji Color Science in f-log 1. And then, we got something. I feel I should be honest and tell you some of these are actual reenactments. I didn't actually see that goat in the tree. I'm sorry. I know I didn't have to say anything. You would have just believed it. But there's not a whole heck of a lot of things alive out here, and sorry for betraying you, but I saw the owl. Every time I come out here in nature, though, it feels so good. It's like, yeah, why aren't I out here more? Because it's cold. When you're inside, it's just like, I don't want to go out in that, but it's slightly less cold than it was. Instead of like -17, it's -7. That's doable. Somewhat doable. I can still feel my hands. There's some blood in those fingers. But like, I don't know, man. $10,000 worth of blood worthy? I don't know about that. And Nikon Color Science, you scare me. A lot of stuff. I don't know about you anymore. Oh, I thought you were leading the industry. You were the underdog. You had all these vintage modern lenses, but they're actually not that great. They kind of have fugly tone. A little weird. Your autofocus is not smooth. I don't know, man. I doubt this whole thing. I walked into the wrong room. And I'm like, uh-oh, bunch of yellow wearing jackets in here. I'm leaving. I want to see an owl today. I'm just throwing that out there to the universe. I know there's nothing now, but like an owl. That'd be a nice little plot twist today. No squirrels. Not one squirrel. I don't want to see a squirrel. It's funny because I'm debating like selling the better wildlife system. Like this will be better, definitely. The autofocus, at least I can use that just to downgrade, just to feel like I spent less on it and it's less important. It's just a mind game here. I'm talking myself out of glory here. This is bullshit. I'm keeping Nikon forever. I'm selling the C70 immediately, and I'm buying a point and shoot made by Radio Shack Industries. So I hope you enjoyed all the wonderful footage I got today. Animals totally exist. There wasn't like a bomb that went off and destroyed all plant and animal life, but we got a lot of good shots today and it was fun times. Why would I sell this system? That's bullshit. I'm keeping it forever. How you doing? Do you agree? Who's the best wildlife setup? For video, of course. You morons. Olympus is not an option Manual focus only, slow-mo. Panasonic is bullshit. You're heavy. You have no prime that's long. Your mom's long. I'll leave. How you doing? Bitcoin. Remember. Subscribe.